नमस्कार। राउत जी, सुप्रिया जी, आप सबका यहाँ मैं स्वागत करता हूँ। नमस्कार। We represent on this table the entire opposition that fought the last election in Maharashtra. And we want to bring to the notice of the people of India some information that we have found about the Maharashtra election. We've studied in detail the voter lists, the voting patterns, and we've had a team who is working on this now for some time. And there are many irregularities that we have found. I want to place on the table a few things that I think it is important for the country, especially the young people who defend democracy, believe in democracy, to see and understand. So I'd like to start, well, that's Ambedkar ji, who helped build the constitution of our country, and he says the electoral roll is a most fundamental thing in a democracy. It was of the utmost importance that elections should be freed from any kind of interference. The election machinery should be outside the control of the executive government. Now, this is really the question here. I'd like to give a little bit of a background. Election commissioners were chosen by a committee which included the Chief Justice, Leader of Opposition, Prime Minister. That was changed. It was changed by the government, by the Prime Minister. The Chief Justice was removed from that committee, and a BJP person was added to that committee. That's the first step. Second step, immediately before the Lok Sabha elections, Election Commissioner was removed. 2 new election commissioners were put in place. But this press conference is specifically about Maharashtra, and I'd like to give you some details about what we have found about the Maharashtra elections. And these are, of course, some questions to the Election Commission. Question number 1. In 5 years, between Vidhan Sabha 2019 and Lok Sabha 2024, 32 lakh voters were added on the electoral rolls of Maharashtra. However, in a period of 5 months between Lok Sabha 2024, which these parties won, and Vidhan Sabha 2024, 39 lakh new voters were added in Maharashtra. Now the question is, why are more voters being added in 5 months after the Lok Sabha election than are being added in 5 years prior? Who are these 39 lakh people? To give an idea of what happened here, that is the equivalent of an Indian state. The state of Himachal Pradesh has an equivalent number of voters. That the population, voting population of Himachal Pradesh was added to the voting list of Maharashtra after Lok Sabha elections. Second point, very interesting point. Why were there more registered voters in Maharashtra than the entire voting population of Maharashtra? According to the government, the population of Maharashtra is 9.54 crores. According to the Election Commission, there are more voters in Maharashtra than there are people in Maharashtra. Now, this is an obvious anomaly, right? Somehow, voters have suddenly been created in Maharashtra. The government itself is saying our population is 9.54 crores. And the Election Commission has more voters than people in Maharashtra? It's the second question. And the third question, which is an example of many, many places, one of many, many places which we have found. The thing to understand is the number of voters who voted for these three parties has not reduced between Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha. We have got the same amount of votes. And here is an example. So the Congress vote in Lok Sabha 2024 is 1.36 lakh votes. In Vidhan Sabha, we get 1.34 lakhs, very close. 35,000 new voters are added. And BJP in Lok Sabha gets 1.9 lakh votes. And then in Vidhan Sabha, they get 1.75 lakh votes. And most of those voters that provided the BJP with their victory come from those 35,000 new voters who have been added. And this is not the case in only one constituency. It is the case in multiple constituencies. It is the case in Shiv Sena constituencies, Congress constituencies, NCP constituencies. Now, these are fundamental questions. And we have been saying to the Election Commission that we are finding anomalies. We need the voter list, names, addresses of the voters of Maharashtra. We need, yes, with photographs. We need the voter list of the Lok Sabha election. We need the voter list of the Vidhan Sabha election. Because we want to understand exactly who these new additional voters are. There is another factor in this, which we have also found, which we want to understand. There are many, many, many voters that have been deleted. Voters who are in one booth who have been transferred to another booth. Most of these voters come from Dalit communities, tribal communities, minority communities. Right? So we want to understand this. And we have made repeated requests to the Election Commission. They have not answered us. The leader of the opposition has said this in Parliament House. The Election Commission has not responded. Now, the only reason they would not respond is that there is something wrong with what they have done. I am not making any accusations. I am presenting data here clearly. And I'm asking the Election Commission again. The three major opposition parties of Maharashtra are asking you for the voter list of Lok Sabha and the voter list of Vidhan Sabha elections. It is your duty to provide transparency in the election. It is not our responsibility to provide transparency in the election. So it is important that now, after repeated requests from the entire opposition here, that the Election Commission hands over the voter list so we can take our investigation to its logical conclusion. I'd like to just say this in Hindi as well. पार्लियामेंट हाउस में मैंने अपने भाषण में कहा कि महाराष्ट्र के चुनाव में हमारी एनालिसिस के बाद वोटर लिस्ट पे कोई सवाल उठे हैं. मैं आज हिंदुस्तान के युवाओं को यह डेटा दिखाना चाहता हूं. सबसे पहला सवाल, 5 साल में जितने वोटर लिस्ट में ऐड किए गए थे, उससे ज्यादा वोटर महाराष्ट्र में 5 महीनों में ऐड हुए हैं. 32 लाख वोटर्स विधानसभा 2019 एंड 2024 के बीच में. 39 लाख वोटर्स, मतलब हिमाचल का जो पॉपुलेशन है वो ऐड कर दिया लोकसभा 2024 एंड विधानसभा 2024 के बीच में. यह पहला सवाल है. ये जो एडिशनल वोटर्स ऐड किए हैं, ये हैं कौन, ये कहां थे और ये कहां से आए? पहला सवाल। दूसरा सवाल, बहुत महत्वपूर्ण सवाल, महाराष्ट्र का पॉपुलेशन सरकार के मुताबिक, महाराष्ट्र का अडल्ट पॉपुलेशन सरकार के मुताबिक 9.54 करोड़। महाराष्ट्र का एडल्ट पॉपुलेशन 9.54 करोड़। इलेक्शन कमीशन के मुताबिक महाराष्ट्र में 9.7 करोड़ वोटर्स हैं। इसका मतलब इलेक्शन कमीशन कह रहा है, देश की जनता को कह रहा है, देश के युवाओं को कह रहा है कि महाराष्ट्र में एडल्ट पॉपुलेशन से ज्यादा वोटर्स हैं। यह कैसे हो सकता है? तीसरा सवाल, यह एक उदाहरण है, कामठी विधानसभा। यहां पे कांग्रेस पार्टी को लोकसभा में 1.36 लाख वोट मिला है। विधानसभा में तकरीबन उतना ही वोट हमें मिला, 1.34 लाख। यह चुनाव हम जीते, लोकसभा वाला। लोकसभा के चुनाव में बीजेपी को 1.19 लाख वोट मिलता है। इस कंस्टिट्यूएंसी में 35,000 नए वोटर्स ऐड होते हैं और वो 35,000 के 35,000 वोटर सीधे बीजेपी के खाते में जाते हैं और बीजेपी चुनाव जीतती है। यह एक उदाहरण है, ऐसे महाराष्ट्र में अनेक उदाहरण हैं। हमारी कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज में, एनसीपी की कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज में, शिवसेना की कंस्टिट्यूएंसीज में हमारा वोट महाराष्ट्र में कम नहीं हुआ है, बीजेपी का वोट ज्यादा हुआ है। ये वोटर्स कहां ऐड हुए हैं? जहां पे बीजेपी की स्ट्राइक रेट 90+% है। हिस्ट्री में 90% स्ट्राइक रेट नहीं रही है। तो यह मैं देश की जनता को कहना चाहता था। अब हमने इलेक्शन कमीशन को एक बार नहीं, दो बार नहीं, 3, 4, 5 बार बोला है कि देखिए हम आरोप नहीं लगा रहे हैं, लगाना चाहिए मगर हम लगा नहीं रहे। हम आपसे सिर्फ महाराष्ट्र की वोटर लिस्ट मांग रहे हैं, लोकसभा की फाइनल वोटर लिस्ट, नेम, एड्रेस, फोटोग्राफ। विधानसभा की फाइनल वोटर लिस्ट, नेम, एड्रेस, फोटोग्राफ। आप ये लिस्ट हमें नहीं दे रहे हो। ट्रांसपेरेंसी लाना आपका काम है। तीनों राजनीतिक पार्टियां, विपक्ष की पार्टियां महाराष्ट्र की पब्लिकली आपसे सवाल पूछ रही हैं। मैंने पार्लियामेंट में बोला, हमारे सब नेताओं ने बोला है, इलेक्शन कमीशन हमें लिस्ट नहीं दे रही। उनकी जिम्मेदारी बनती है कि जल्दी से जल्दी लोकसभा, विधानसभा महाराष्ट्र की लिस्ट वो एनसीपी, शिवसेना एंड कांग्रेस पार्टी को पकड़ा दें, क्योंकि हम इस मामले को आगे ले जाना चाहते हैं। हम इस इन्वेस्टिगेशन को एंड तक ले जाना चाहते हैं। धन्यवाद। अब